Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jeff Cumrow, and I wanted to come and let you know of something that I learned this weekend, and it's something very, very important. First of all, I was doing some research on food intolerances, and there are a lot of people that have a lot of different food intolerances. Three most common food intolerances, sugar, wheat, and, I lost it. Sugar, wheat, and dairy. Those are the three most important ones right now. So a lot of times just removing those things are going to remove other food intolerances, because when you get inflammation from those foods, it leads to other inflammation, and your body doesn't handle those other foods as well. So by removing those, it can go a long way. But a lot of times that's not enough. A lot of times people do have other food intolerances. Now, I was asked by a friend this weekend, how do I fix a gluten intolerance? And I said, I've been working on this for a long time. I've been working on improving food intolerances, and I haven't found the answer yet. But I did find something that I didn't know. When you eat gluten, your body actually produces memory cells. So it's like being exposed to a virus. Imagine that. That's a strange comparison for a food, isn't it? Do you think that a food that is similar to a virus is going to be good for most people? Do you think a food that is a neurotoxin is going to be good for people? That's what gluten is. It's a neurotoxin that the body responds to as a virus. It makes that memory. It makes that antigen for this. That's scary, right? With that, you can never fix a gluten intolerance. The thing that really surprised me about all of this is gluten intolerances are actually more damaging to long-term health than celiac disease. And celiac disease is basically an allergy. Like, it is a full-blown, you've lost all the gut lining, all of this stuff. You cannot absorb things as well. And it's a little bit more severe than a food intolerance, depending on how bad your food intolerance is. The food intolerance is worse. Why could this be? If you look at things, it makes total sense. You've heard the story of the frog that sits in the hot water, and it slowly heats up, and it heats up, and it heats up, and pretty soon that frog is boiling, and they don't even know it. They don't jump out. But if that frog jumps into the hot water, it jumps right out immediately, right? Because it knows, it can sense that huge change. But when slow change happens over time, don't notice it. So with it, you might show up as tired. You might show up with constipation, diarrhea, bloating, other stomach issues. You might show up with skin issues. You might have dementia. You might have arthritis. There's so many different ways that all of this presents. But we choose to ignore a lot of that stuff. We don't want to know that it's the food that we love. I don't want to give up pasta. I love my bread. I mean, we make excuses on this stuff all the time because we're lazy inherently. We don't want to change our diet. That's work. But I'm here to tell you, it is work, but A, it's worth it, and B, anything that's hard at the beginning often becomes easy. That's one of my favorite quotes. The easy road often becomes hard, and the hard road often becomes easy. And that sums this up spectacularly. Because the easy road, go ahead and eat the junk that you want. Sooner or later, that road's going to become hard because you're going to lose your health. The hard road often becomes easy. I found out I can't eat this, so I'm going to remove it from my diet. Yeah, the first couple weeks suck. It's not easy because you don't know what to eat. But sooner or later you learn and you progress and you move forward and it gets easier. And not only does it get easier, but you get healthier. So life in general gets easier. You have more energy. You don't have the pain. You don't have the inflammation. Does that sound like something you want? All I want you to get out of this is stop making excuses when you know things are bad for you. We can't just dip the toe in the water. You sneak into something, and what's going to happen? Same thing. You're going to be like that frog, and it's hard, I quit. But if you just jump in wholeheartedly, you burn the ships, so to speak, you get committed to something, what are you going to do? You're going to make it work. And when you make that type of commitment to something, there's nothing that can stop you. Be your best self. But no, you cannot change a gluten intolerance. Gluten, I don't remember exactly what the stats were, but that sensitivity to gluten led to something like a 200% chance of death or something like that. So double your death risk. And with celiacs, it was an increase in like, I don't know, like 50% or something like that. So still a huge increase in risk of death, but like 4 times as much from a sensitivity. Think about that. That blows my mind. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Work to be better. If you need help, contact me. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you in any way that I can. And share this video with the people that you love. I mean, there's so many people out there that are struggling, not just in something like this, but in other areas of their life. And I know there are so many people that struggle with the same things. And I learned some of that this week. You know, I was like, all right, there's nobody else that's going through a situation like this. But I had like 3 people that talked to me, and they're like, hey, you know what, this is going on. Like, it's the same stuff I've been dealing with. You know, you're not alone. It may seem like you're alone. You may be scared to break out and share that with somebody else, but you're not alone. We've all got similar problems. So I love you. I appreciate you guys. I hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon.